I'm here in beautiful Southern California, here to drive the new Porsche Cayenne, but I don't have a lot of time, so where are the keys at? Let me get some keys. Whoa there, bucko. Before we get to driving, let's level set. The Porsche Cayenne, currently in its third generation, receives updates for the 2024 model year. Should we call it a mid-cycle refresh? Well, that answers that. The Cayenne will be offered in SUV or coupe designs, and the exterior gets a new headlight and taillight treatment, restyled front fascia with larger intakes, higher fenders, 8 new wheel designs, and new shock absorbers with 2-valve technology. More on that later. I like how the rear of the Cayenne has the horizontal light treatment, giving it a clean look, while the front end still looks good, but it's not the biggest change, but let us know what you think down in the comments. However, inside is where you see the biggest change. The cockpit layout takes elements from the Porsche Taycan EV and now has a curved 12.6-inch digital gauge cluster, a standard 12.3-inch infotainment screen with included wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a new optional 10.9-inch passenger side screen with a special polarizing layer that disables viewing from the driver's seat, and a redesigned instrument panel and center console. The gear selector has been relocated to the right of the steering wheel, and in typical Porsche fashion, the left of the steering wheel is where you'll find the new engine start button. Oh, and the steering wheel design itself is taken right out of a Porsche 911. The new overall design looks great and has a premium fit and finish, with the exception of the gloss black HVAC controls on the center stack that give a haptic feedback which operates just fine, but the way the whole pad goes in when pressed takes away some of that upscale quality. But if you're wondering how the seats feel, it's really comfortable and highly adjustable, and electronic adjustment on your steering wheel column. But can I drive it now? Nope, not yet. How are the back seats? Yes, okay, back seat, yada, yada, yada. Behind my ideal seating position, blah, blah, blah. I fit fine. Knee room is a little tight, plenty of headroom, even though this is a coupe. Got a transmission tunnel right here, so it's kind of a hike up. Still got some headroom. Well, no, not really. I'll take that back because my head is grazing. If you're tall, if you're shorter, it might work. But if you're sitting behind a regular adult in this Porsche Cayenne, then you fit just fine. Okay, can I drive it now? No, let's see that cargo area. We don't have measurements for it just yet. Oh my God, okay, fine, okay. Trunk space, SUV, all the stuff. And look, it even has the German plates. Okay, can I drive it now? Fine, let's drive it. The new Cayenne has 3 different engine options, all linked to an 8-speed automatic transmission and standard all-wheel drive. The base engine gets a 3-liter turbocharged V6 generating 348 horsepower and 368 pound-feet of torque, which is 13 more horsepower and 36 more pound-feet than before. This 6-cylinder engine will also serve as the basis for the powertrain of the e-hybrid model, which has a 174 horsepower electric motor and will make a combined output of 463 horsepower. This PHEV now has a bigger 25.9 kilowatt-hour battery, but we won't know the estimated all-electric range until later. But there are drive modes to help improve efficiency. And finally, the new Cayenne S now has a refined 4-liter twin-turbo V8 with a maximum output of 468 horsepower and 442 pound-feet of torque, which is 34 horsepower and 37 pound-feet more than its 6-cylinder Cayenne S predecessor. With the optional Sport Chrono package, the V8 can accelerate both the SUV and coupe to 60 miles per hour in around 4.4 seconds. Right now I'm in the Cayenne S with the twin-turbo V8, and there's an adequate amount of power, especially when you dial it up into Sport mode or Sport Plus. The exhaust makes a great V8 grumble. Oh, and it just sounds amazing. Take a listen. Oh, that's like, feed me. All of this power is linked up to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and it shifts very smoothly. And if you want to roll your own gears, they also have paddle shifters mounted to the steering wheel. The shifts are relatively quick. Let's downshift into 3rd gear, give it some juice. 4th gear, 5th gear. Yeah, it's pretty quick to respond, and it sounds great. Did I mention that? It sounds great. What also adds to that driving experience is rear steering, which enhances steering response and handling, and the new shock absorbers with 2-valve technology mentioned earlier. These allow optimized performance in various driving conditions by providing comfort at low speeds and better handling at higher speeds with improved pitch and roll management. Further enhancing ride comfort and performance is the optional 2-chamber air suspension, which reduces body movement and gives better differentiation between normal, sport, and Sport Plus drive modes. First thing that stands out is the suspension. This has the optional air suspension. Right now I'm in Sport Plus mode, and it puts it in its most optimal setting for carving out canyons and just making this Cayenne feel planted to the road. I'm going through corners like it's on rails. Seating in the Cayenne feels comfortable. There's a lot of adjustments on the side, but because I'm a bigger guy, 6'4", about 225, and I got some nice meaty thighs, they're digging into the lower bowstring, so the keys in my back pocket, they're kind of getting into my glutes. But other than that, it has some great back support. The seats keep me in place when I'm driving like a maniac in these Malibu canyons, and they're relatively nice. Everything in here actually is nice. It's a good fit and finish to it, from the oh crap Mike you're going too fast handles, to the steering wheel, to the paddle shifters, to even the door trim. Porsche has some top-notch quality. But what I don't think is top-notch is this armrest, because it doesn't click into place. So if you ever wanted to be a disc jockey, DJ, you could do the ever, and it lifts up with no clicks either. So you want Pac-Man, AKA DJ Pac-Man, that's where you could do it. The screens in the Cayenne are crispy clear. They have a great resolution, and the curved screen is embedded in the dash. It looks great, and it's highly adjustable to whatever you want to put on there. Right now I have a G-force meter and some car information like the engine temperature, oil temperature, battery, blah, blah, blah. But you could change it depending on what you want it to look like. It could go up to 5 different circular modules. It's too much for me. I like to keep it simple. Using this as a day-to-day driver would be perfectly fine if you have the extra ducats to spend on it. I mean, just driving regularly down the road, the steering is precise. It's not overly weighted unless you dial it into Sport or Sport Plus mode. It adds a little bit of heft to it. But even going around these corners, it feels nice and light in normal mode. And visibility outward is pretty good. However, going back, because this is the coupe, it has a small slit of a window. Over my left shoulder, it looks good, but over my right shoulder, this big, huge C-pillar is compromising my vision. You gotta sacrifice practicality for some style, people. For added safety, lane change assist and lane keep assist come standard. However, you may have to pony up for features like blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, and 360 camera. And if you're wondering about fuel economy, Porsche hasn't released those numbers just yet.
For families that want to have a little bit more excitement and not just have the limits of a 2-seater or a really small 2+2, this is a good alternative. I mean, you can seat up to 5 people, and it's nice and luxurious on the inside. So whether you're running around town day to day, going to Costco, or you're taking a trip to Malibu canyons, carving out some twisties and turnies, this has a good balance of whatever you need it to do. But for right now, I need a 0 to 60. Oh yeah! Yeah, so I'm not gonna do the family stuff, I'm gonna do the stupid stuff.
The new Cayenne will be made to order, and pricing will start at just under $80,000 for the SUV and just over $84,000 for the coupe, plus destination. Standard equipment include matrix design LED headlights, 20-inch wheels, Porsche's active suspension management, 4 USB ports, and a wireless charger with a cooling tray, noting that the coupes will have an available panoramic glass roof. For more efficiency, the e-hybrid starts at $91,700, and to enter the V8 space, the Cayenne S starts at $95,700. But if you're after maximum performance, the Cayenne Turbo GT sold exclusively as a coupe has a starting price of just over 196 grand. It comes with the twin-turbo V8 engine, but puts out 19 more horsepower for a total of 650 and can sprint from 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds with the lightweight sports package, which shaves off 72 pounds. The Turbo GT comes standard with ceramic brakes, 22-inch wheels with high-performance tires, rear axle steering, and center-mounted titanium sport exhaust.
Yeah, if you're saying to yourself, my car is so slow, I want to get a performance SUV. Well, KBB can help. Go on KBB and get a fair purchase price when this comes out so you can grab the Cayenne or any other performance SUV. KBB.com, click the link above for more details. And it's raining.
Competitors in the luxury performance SUV segment include the BMW X5, Mercedes-Benz GLE, Audi Q8, Range Rover Sport, and the Jaguar F-Pace. Porsche goes up against some heavy hitters, but a sporty ride and a premium tech-filled cabin can make potential buyers give the Cayenne a second look.
This thing has a great ratio of fun and practicality, so if you have the extra money and you want a performance SUV, you might want to check out this Cayenne.